If you see Burkina Faso becoming the #1 country in Africa and one of the best countries in the world in the near future, do not be surprised. Because what the government is building today is massive. The country is trying to rebuild its people from the ground up. Under the leadership of Ibrahim Traore, the government believes that a country cannot become strong if the mindset of the people is weak. And that is why Burkina Faso has launched something very unusual in Africa, a nationwide patriotic immersion program. 60,000 to 62,500 young Burkinabe students are now being enrolled into special training camps where they are taught discipline, patriotism, unity, sacrifice, physical fitness, and national responsibility.
Training day, you were talking about discipline, patriotism, and civic-mindedness. Which of these values stands out to you the most? Which one has caught your attention the most when it comes to building the country?
Well, during this Vacances Façon My boot camp, I realized that discipline, civic-mindedness, patriotism, and integrity are necessary to build a new Burkina Faso, which our dear President, Captain Ibrahim Traore, wholeheartedly desires. That is why I encourage every Burkinabe child to cultivate these values and to be good citizens.
Do you feel transformed after attending this Vacances Façon My boot camp?
Affirmative. We feel very transformed, more patriotic, civic-minded, and above all, disciplined. And above all, we are very committed to the cause of our homeland. And we hope that all children our age can benefit from this training, as well as the values we learned at this Vacances Façon My boot camp for a true change in Burkinabe society.
What stood out to you the most at this camp? We know the program was extensive. And we're talking about training in patriotic values, theoretical training, laying paving stones, planting trees. What made the biggest impression on you? What did you take away from it?
What struck me the most during this camp was the atmosphere among us. It was a warm and friendly atmosphere for people who didn't know each other before. Friendships were formed there. And I also saw some campers shed tears at the thought of parting. Also, something else that stood out to me was the obstacle course that we did almost every evening. These different obstacles that we learned to overcome built our endurance and developed solidarity among us, because there were some obstacles we couldn't get past without the help of a friend.
We have also successfully completed several initiatives.
Theoretical and practical training.
Affirmative. Comprehensive theoretical training, intensive training sessions, various physical activities and practical hands-on learning experiences, such as the process of making and laying paving stones, planting various types of trees, and also many other diverse educational things.
So we can say that you are now specialists in laying paving stones.
Affirmative.
Great.
The training is expected to happen every year for students. The government has already made it an official and compulsory national initiative through a presidential decree. And this is not only for adults. The government is starting with the youth, very early, because they believe if you train the mind of a child early, you can change the future of an entire nation. For decades, many African countries depended too much on politicians, foreign aid, and outside support. But Burkina Faso now wants to create a generation that believes in building their own country with their own hands. Inside these camps, the children wake up early in the morning. They train together, exercise together, learn discipline together, learn the history of their country, and most importantly, they are taught to love their nation. The government says this is not about war. It is about creating responsible citizens. Citizens that will not destroy their own country through corruption, division, laziness, or dependency. Traore and his government believe the problems of Burkina Faso did not start only because of terrorists. They believe the country also suffered because national identity became weak, leadership became corrupt, and many young people lost hope in their own nation. So now, they are trying to rebuild that spirit again. And honestly, many Burkinabe people are supporting it massively. Because for the first time in many years, many citizens feel like their country finally has direction. This is why you are seeing something very rare happening in Burkina Faso today. Citizens are volunteering. Young people are becoming more patriotic. Communities are mobilizing themselves. People are contributing to national projects. And many now believe that the future of Burkina Faso must be protected by Burkinabe themselves. To supporters, this patriotic immersion program is preparing a completely new generation. A generation that is disciplined. A generation that believes in Africa. A generation ready to defend, protect, and develop their country. And whether people agree with Traore or not, one thing is becoming very clear. Burkina Faso is no longer thinking only about surviving today. The country is trying to prepare for the next 20, 30, even 50 years. And if this mindset continues, do not be surprised if one day Burkina Faso becomes one of the strongest and most respected countries in Africa. Because what is happening there right now is bigger than politics. It is the building of a new national identity.